Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so we will continue our lesson last Monday, right? We discussed how we can create our constructors. We create our we learn the access specifier and how we encapsulate our variables. We learn how to use setter and getter functions, and we stop on the inheritance, simple inheritance. So before we proceed, let me know um, some questions or clarifications. Hello? None. So because this afternoon I'll be giving assignments and activities to work with. So by the way, can you now see my screen? Okay. Wait for a while. I'll set up. Let me know if you now see my screen. Okay, so everyone now see my screen. Okay. Okay, so in order for us to really understand or to have a visual understanding of how class works and how object works, let me introduce to you UML or Unified Modeling Language. We are using diagrams here for us to really understand. So supposedly this is not included with our topic, but it is intent. For me, I will be using it so that you will be have an idea, or you can see the classes and object in a graphics way, or we see diagrams. So are you remember? Did you remember working with flowcharts? Okay, before we create our programs, we create flowcharts way back then. Nakainomdom pa mo? Okay, so here we will use diagrams also to really understand what we are building or what we are really creating our concepts. So for example, if you're going to create a class, so let's see first a diagram. Parang later we will going to convert it into our codes. So I have here a UML class diagram. So I will just not teach you how to do that as long as no I will just let you grab what we are really working right now, since we are on the inheritance and we have multiple classes that we are into. So right now, okay, a box, this box, can you see it clearly? Ako ram padakan siguro. One box corresponds the class, and okay, the top on the blue part, we can tell that this is the class name, and this is the members of our class. These are the members kaning na ay kuan. So last time we created a human class. So that is the name for our class, human, and we have members of it, right? So negative, or have you can see the negative member, that means encapsulated member. Negative is private, and plus sign is positive. So if that is like L name, okay, you have string L name, and another member, you have string F name. Did you still remember it? Okay, and create more members. So we have another member. Okay, for a while. Okay, I'll be creating members on the right side. No, on the top side is for um, attribute members, and here are the function members or the method members. So here we have string f name, as we remember last time, string m name, we have address. So here we have one, we have void, we have plus because it's positive, right? If you can remember, void output info. So that's our basic one, no? And then since last time we have a encapsulated fields, that is why we set or we created some setter and getter. That is why we have get or set fname function and specify, no, the what variable that we use on that one. Set mname. So this is the graphical representation of what we are really working with. Supposedly this is the first one that we did before coding. So then we have also, okay, string get fname to individually get this function get fname. Can you see it clearly? Maklara or gamay ra kayo? Clara. Okay. Okay. Plus is address. So don't forget that we have also the human, okay, the human constructor, and we have also a human input L name. I'll just name it I input IPL name. Oh, sorry, that's not input but string, and another string for IPF name, another string for IPM name, another string for input address. So basically, if you can see this particular diagram, you are telling us, okay, where you are going to create a class human with private class attributes, which is a string data type, last name, f name, middle name, and address. And we have also this bunch of functions. So plus sign tells us that us all are positive. So here it is also plus sign for constructor. And so we have two constructors in our code last meeting. We have a human. We don't have parameterized constructor, and we have a human with four parameterized constructor. So that's it. So this is how we can see that, oh, okay, this is uh, what we are going to create, right? Then later, we created another class, um, which is, so gitong class na to, ikaduha, we created. Okay. We have class employee, very good. So, uh, what are those things that we have in our employee? We only have the string date hired, um, private, so private string department, right? And we have private double salary. So in this, okay, class, we also created the setter and getter, and we have functions first that outputs the employee details. As you remember, we have output void. Sorry. I forgot now. It starts with this and put colon. This is how we properly put it. Sorry. And there is no data type for that. So void will be like this. Colon void. This is how we normally use it. Colon and then void string. Okay, don't forget to put colon. Okay, that's it. Okay, so meaning you are having a bunch of functions here. Okay, data types, no, the access specifier, then the name of the function, and then the data type. So still the same here. We have output um, employee details, so output employee details. Then this is void. Make sure to put open close parenthesis. So what are the things that we did here? We have setter. So set date hired. This is for string. Set department string also, and set salary. It is double now. Okay. Then we have also individual getters. So get date hired. Okay, sorry. This is set, so we need. Okay, this is void. Okay, and we need an parameter to pass to. So input date hard dh. You can use it. Input d department and input. sorry, input S string. Okay, sorry for that. My mind is not working as this morning. Okay, string dh for input for the parameterize, and string d for department, and string s for salary. So here we have no parameter because this is a get one, and we use string get salary. Okay, department string, and last get salary string. So the this is a example of having a class, not two class. So all we need to do is to use inheritance. We have a, a arrow here. Okay, so it tells us that employee has also inheritance of human. So basically what we did last time is directly coding. So karon we have a graphical interface for us to see that this is what we can do uh, on our program. This is where we can see first, and later we will going to convert it into ilang a codes. So in our case, we convert it into a C++ OOP language, C++ language in OOP way. So remember, if you were going to draw, we have three compartments in a box. So first is think up of a box, and the first compartment is the name of the class. The second compartment is the attributes, and the third compartment is the functions. Then make sure that every members of it there is a access specifier, plus is public, minus is private, and also string here. So I might no nag-rumble mo guni. So it's that one and colon string. Okay. So any questions so far? Any question? Hello. Okay, so in our next topic, we will going to discuss the multi-level inheritance. Like for example, uh we have really understand no and apply first a basic inheritance, having a base class. Human is the base class and employee is the derived class. Now we will create another one, a class, a class student. Okay. So first is we need to inherit the last name, first name, middle name, and address, and everything here. So meaning we need to inherit these. Okay, so we need to inherit our human to student. So what are the things that we need for the student now? unsa man. So we need to have first is the okay the school that is a string. Then next is the course. It's also then year graduated, that is in. So I think that is a school, a course string, and a year graduate. Okay. So those are the things that the attributes that describes a student. Napabailain? Anyone? Baldosa? Napabailain? Hmm. Sure ba? Napaba? How about year level? Oh, pwede pod section. So daghan for the meantime kay og madaghan na to ang example, madaghan matong codes for our setter and getter. So for now, ato sa naman ang inana. We have only three examples right now. So we can set here um, student info, um, function that outputs right information of the student, and we can also create a constructor here for student, one for an empty parameterize, and also we have to input the data when the initialize the student. Okay, student, we have string IP school, string IP course, and string, this int, sorry, int year, input year graduated. So that is the definition that we have. I'll just move it here, or anak na lang. Okay, so then we have to, since this is a encapsulated, we have private, so we need to perform the setter and the getter always. So first is the setter, set school, okay, and then string, input or IP school. Don't forget it is void. Same thing, things in set course, string IP course, and then that is void. Then last set year graduated, that is int IP YG, for example, that is still void. And last is for the getter, we have okay, get school, so no parameter, and also use the data type. The same thing with get course string, and lastly we have get mm, what is the last one, year graduated, is in. Okay, so this one also is what we call a simple inheritance. We have one base class and one two derived class. Okay, so we will change this one It is because the concept here is that the employee must have a school, di ba? So for example, it is graduate into a particular course. So in this sense, we will change this idea of this um, and we will have a multiple inheritance. So that means so student, then we have first is the human. We inherit all the attributes of the human to student, and an employee also become a student before the employee siya. So it can get the attribute of the school course and year graduated and also the last name and F name. So this example that we have is an example of what's again siya? A multi-level inheritance. Okay, so can we do it and convert it into codes? I'll open my code blocks. I think I'll open what we had last time. Go to documents. Before we do proceed, any question? Question, guys. Review. What are those things? After there is output, intro, constructor. What is the file name that we have last time? I forgot. I think there is a midterm. I guess this one. Is this one that we last time we managed to have? Okay, this one. So here we are codes from our human. We extend it into employee. So all we need to do is to create another one here, a class student, right? A class student that has, as you can see there, all of those are private, right? So negative one. So we have private. So what are those attributes? We have string, school, string, course, and int year graduated. So these are the things that we have in our attributes. Okay, then we have public. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is to create a constructor based on our class definition here. We need to create a constructor student empty one. So we have spelling my student. So we have student So student and then empty constructor. Okay, then we have another constructor which is student with string IP school, string IP course, and int IP YG. Okay, or year graduated. Then assign that value here, value or attributes here, which is school is equal to IP school, or we use the this operator. This course is equal to IP course. This IP, sorry, year graduated is equal to IP. Okay. So this one, as we see in our, we created this, we created this. So now we are going to create a student info void. This one is to output the information of this for the student. So we will create another one here. The data type is void, output student info, use out, okay, school, and output the school, out course. Are you still following with me? Okay, good. And out year graduated. Okay, good. So Nanata, no, we already have created our output in our student definition. So next that we are going to create here based on our diagram, we need to create set school, set course, and set year. Okay, so we have a setter. So use again, since it is a setter, it is a void, set school, and then we need a parameter, so string IP school, and use, for example, this school is equal to IP school. The same thing, void set course string IP course, and this course is equal to IP course. The last setter, we have set year grad weighted. It is int IP YG. It's so too long. So this year graduated is equal to IPYG. So setters are complete. Any questions and clarifications? Guys, paspas ra ba kayo? Ayo, we did not output the year graduated. Good. Thank you for that. So now, what the question? We go to the getter. We did we already set the setter, no? And we now create a getter. So the data type for that is string, as we see there. String get school, no parameter, and just return. We can use this school. Still the same. We have another one, get course, return, sorry, this course, and last We have int, get year, graduated, return this year graduated. So we have now already created our class definition for our student. Nanatanan. Okay, to make the child uh to make this student as a child for human, what is the code that we need to do? We have to use this one, colon, public, and then the human. So that we can inherit all the properties of the human to our class student. Gets? Nakuha ninyo? Okay? Nakuha ninyo tanan. So, right now, we have another class. We have employee. And this is also a child for class human. So, kung atoa siyang i-test karon, it is an a employee inheritance. So, this is an employee. So, for example, so we will create another one. Uh, Isa may itong example ani. Volunteer, Jiray. Singalan, sige. Um, so student, Jiray. Where's Jiray? What is the last name for that? Jiraol, ana? Kana, Jiraol. Okay. So as you can see here, a student is now a child of our human. So when we use Jiraol, this is the object for student. As you can see, we can see the address, course, F name, get course, get school. So meaning all of those are really working, no? That we did a while ago. Which is good. My concern is we are talking about the multiple inheritance. We want that this Mika naa siya school na mo output, di ba? Nasa unsayang course, unsayang school. So if we can see Mika here, wala kay makita diri na if you can see it, there is no school, course, and year graduated na makita nimo. Walay get puro o. If you can set only set address, set F name, set L name, M name, then set para date hard, para department, para ni salary. So, wala kay makita na set course and school. Kaya nga no, it is because this class is only derived from human. In order for us to really also use some attributes from our student, we need to change it to student. We need to choose it from student so that if we can see right now, Mika dot, you can see there, nanatay get course, get school, get year graduated, and we have also set schools, get year, okay? Then at the same time also, we can also use the last name, set F name, L name, and address. So meaning this is this employee class is a grandchild of human. Nakuha ninyo ano ng grandchild siya? Ano naapo siya? Ini, anong nakuha? Ano na grandchild man siya? Okay, good. Because student is a child of human, right? Now, employee, if we make this student as his base class, kaya ang base class ni employee ron is student. But the student is also a derived class from employee. That is why we are now getting some attributes from the human. So nakuha ninyo. So any questions and clarification about um the multiple inheritance, a multi-level inheritance? Any question? Any question? So kung atong i-output ni Mika.output student info, and run our codes, as you can see na siya school, course o gear but wala man siya. Okay, wala siya. So all we need to do is to set, we can set it Mika set school, for example, Negros Oriental State University, and Mika.set course, okay, BS Information Technology, Mika set year graduated, for example, kung sa game mo graduate po, 2024. Okay, so kung kaloy-an po, kagraduate, okay. So when we run, so we can see that our school, so our our Mika is an employee object, but we can see in our employee we can manage to use um, the address and the name, and also the school and the course and the year graduated, and also this department, and this one is for the yaman ni kaugalingong class. So any questions about multi um, level inheritance? Any question? Wala na? Okay. Kung mawala, we will proceed. Okay. We will proceed to another one. Klaro. Di ba ang student, saan mo na to ni Ron? Pag example. Okay. Subject. We have class subject. Okay. So, maklaro na dili. Nung mapadak-an na to gamay. So, for example, subject code. For example, this is int. Ano that is? String. um, subject description, string, subject unit, that is int. Um, okay, so kana lang, todo lang for us to. So we have subject class, and as we know that this is encapsulated, make sure na you have to use the setter and getter. So gamit kag setter. Okay, before that na lang magama ta og subject na constructor, and the other one is subject with this string input sc, sc subject code, and string ipsd subject description, and int input su subject unit. And we have also output, no, public output, subject info, for example, that is a void. And we have set sc subject code, so string ipsc and void. So continue with all of those things. Okay, we don't have now time. Then another one will continue with the setter, and we have getter. So get subject, for example, unit, and this one is int. Assuming that we have the subject. So this subject will be go also sa student, si student na siya information, last name, first name, middle name, address. Student po siya, na po siya subject. Okay? So this now illustration, student has now two derived class. No, sorry, two base class. Student needs this information, human, first name, middle name, address. And student also needs subject because student has a subject. So kanina situation karon, we are in the multiple inheritance. Okay? Muna siya yung multiple inheritance. From one, you have a two base class. So question, so natay duha ka base class. So to do that for your two base class in your codes here, so like for example, we have now our student. So we will create class subject, and writing all those things in private. So motong string subject code, string subject description, int subject unit. So you will going to create a constructor. So subject, and another constructor which is subject but there is a parameterize. We have input, sorry, it's a string. Input sc string, I input sd, and int input su. So use that one. We can use this subject code is equal to ipsc, subject description is equal to ipsd, and subject unit is equal to ipsu. So we now have our constructor here, two constructor. So next thing that we have to do is to create our setters. So we have void, no, first is the output subject description command. So void output subject description. So to output, use the cout command. Let us say just directly use this one, subject. So for to make it much faster, so we have subject code. Okay, open parenthesis, and we will put there the subject description. Add another one, and how many units? Okay, and then end line. So this is how we output our subject description. We output the subject code, subject description, and subject code. So we have now that. Then we have the setter and the getter. So void setter, set subject description. Okay, then we need a string input sc. So we can have this subject description. Okay, wala na din ni n. Sorry for that. Okay. Description and is equal to ipsc. We have void set subject code string ipsc. Kani sd din eh. Sorry for that, sd. Okay. And this subject code is equal to ipsc. And last, void set subject unit int ipsu. This subject unit is equal to ipsu. So we have now our setters. Okay, and we also have our getters. So string get s sc, okay, murag taas-taas naman good, sc, then return subject code. The same with string get sd subject description. return subject description, and last, int get su return subject unit. So everything is set for our subject um, class. Now based on our diagram, student inherits human and student inherits subject. So to do that, we already have student inherits the human. So to make it two, just make it a separator, just a comma symbol, and use also public and the name of the class, which is the student. So right now, in this one, it states here that the base class for student, the base class for student is human, and ano, this is subject. So meaning the base class of student is human and subject. Na kuha ba ninyo? Question? Wala question? So to test it out, to test it out, for our student, we can create a student like Jiraul. So as you can see, there is a set course. No, that is for the student. Set subject description. Oh no, that is get. Sama ang set ani. So we have the subject. We can see that the set subject code is there. Subject description is there also. Subject unit is there also. So you can see that also the student has its the last name, set F name, and set M name. So that means that our student has two base class. Okay, so any questions and clarification? These codes here, everything here, um, will have this idea. So how many class that we have? Guys, how many class do we? Three, four. Are these four classes related to each other? So this is the graphical way of having these codes. Okay. So in order for you to understand, probably you must create a diagram first before doing it or writing it in our codes. Okay, so any questions and clarification? It's already 9.